In the meantime, former Virginia Attorney General and Ted Cruz supporter Ken Cuccinelli is with me now. Thank you, sir, for the time.
Sure.
Does this make you at all feel differently about supporting Ted Cruz or his campaign? Because this isn't the first
absolutely.
dirty trick.
It motivates me all the more to beat Rubio. I mean, what a weenie. I mean, this kind of whining. Look, this kind of whining. Look, Trump is doing this too, casting this net of he's a liar or he's a fill in the blank with Trump as sort of this preemptive strike. Yes, it looks like some volunteers in Hawaii sent this thing out. It doesn't have an effect, one. And two, I can tell you as a candidate for governor in Virginia and attorney general, how many times I had to say, God save us from our friends, because our own supporters do things that are just not helpful.
So when you say that, do you mean that it's the volunteers that you think are getting the Cruz campaign just in more hot water than they need to be?
Certainly, it's my understanding on this one that's exactly what happened. And of course, if you're Rubio, you want to smear Cruz. That's been a tactic he's using with Trump, and he's using it with Cruz. And so it's given him an opportunity to do that. So now we've spent the first minute talking about this kind of stuff that doesn't affect people's lives, instead of whether or not any of these people will actually do what they're saying on the campaign trail. And on things like that, Ted Cruz's rhetoric matches his record. Marco Rubio can't compete there, so he has to go do things like this. And do I wish it weren't here? Do I wish it hadn't arisen? Yes, I do. But let's talk about where America needs to go and who's best equipped to get there and is actually going to fight to get us there. That's Ted Cruz, the only conservative, anti-establishment candidate in the race.
So
he's both of those things.
Ken, let me ask you this. Ted Cruz, in all the states that we've seen so far, has not gotten all of the support from all of the groups, and I'm thinking about evangelical Christians, for example, that normally should have gone to him. Trump has siphoned off a big part of that. Is that going to change tonight?
I certainly think that you're seeing that shift already taking place. You saw it last Saturday. And sort of the myth of the cut-in of the evangelicals is, if you look at how often people attend services, the more often they attend services, the more likely they are to be formerly a Carson and Cruz supporter, now a Cruz supporter. So that's an example of the winnowing field helping Ted Cruz. And as the field continues to winnow from the people who don't have a chance of winning this nomination, Ted Cruz will continue to disproportionately benefit.
Ken, we're going to leave it there. We thank you so much. Ken
Good to be with you.
Cuccinelli joining me there, former Virginia Attorney General, Ted Cruz supporter.